Hello! Well, time for another challenge build. This time, I decided I'd make a knife. It has been quite a while. This was the winning design. It's going to be a little bit different this time because I have some San-Mai. Now, this is 80 CRV2 and pure nickel on either side. There's also a very thin sheet on either side of the nickel of mild steel, but I think we've lost most of it to scale. You can see a little bit residual right here. That might show up in the final pattern. I'm not entirely sure, but you know, we'll see. Don't think there's really much where the blade will be though. So what we're going to do is we're going to profile this and grind the bevels. Then we're going to polish the bevels and the perimeter of the knife, but try to keep the fire scale on the sides. I was surprised by how easily the nickel forge welded to steel, but after forge welding it, I decided I would try to draw out the material a little bit. And if you've noticed that it is quite a funky shape, that is because I had a lot of delaminations as a result of trying to work it, even at like an orange heat. I suspect that has to do with the fact that nickel being a softer metal, plastically deforms at a different rate than steel. I think the steel was spreading a little bit, but the nickel was spreading more, and that difference was causing them to pop apart in places, mostly around the edge, hopefully not inside. So, I mean, we'll see, we'll know for sure when we get into it, but I'm pretty sure that the rest of the billet should be fine. This choil, I may or may not alter that. I'm going to see kind of how it looks after we get it profiled and the bevels put in, and see if it needs a choil at all, if it needs one this size, or if it needs one maybe a little bit smaller. But enough rambling, let's start with profiling it. The first bevel could be better, honestly. I can tell I'm out of practice. But you can already see our line, so that's cool. Alright, so the bevels went pretty well. There is, however, an internal delamination right there. It's not too bad right now, but I have a feeling that could, you know, separate more after the heat treat, because that's going to be pretty violent to it. I'm pretty much also to my edge already, so I'm going to put the choil in for sure. File this back just a little bit so we have a slightly thicker edge to work with, and we'll try heat treatment. spots are a bit concerning. Right here, got a little bit of a delamination between the mild steel and the nickel. Thankfully it's not too bad. And this one didn't seem to really get much worse, so that's good. Something that is a little bit concerning though, is that back here, we had a start of a delamination between the nickel and the 80 CRV, and back here, we had a failure. It looks like it stops about here. We'll cut a little bit of length off and then reshape a bit, and then we'll temper it. Okay, perfect. That is much straighter now. It had a bit of a bend in it. Oh, okay. Now, to start hand sanding. Did I say hand sanding? What I meant was sanding at the hands of the drum sander. Ha ha ha. Okay, that did exactly what I wanted it to. Perfect. It gave it a softer appearance. Kind of gave it like a matte satin. I'm gonna do the other side now. Okay, so I hope that everything that I do over here is visible. I'm going to mix a new solution of ferric chloride and clean the knife, then submerge it, and we'll check it kind of from there. Always add your acid to your water, and I'm going to be doing a 3-to-1 ratio, so I'm going to do 6 distilled water and then 2 of the ferric chloride. Now we dip it in the acid and hope for the best. Ooh, that edge already got really dark really fast. That's cool. See if I can move y'all over to see that. Yeah, it really darkened up. Nice, so we'll leave that for a little while, maybe about 10 minutes or so, take it out and check it then. Alright, 10 minutes have passed. I've got some water with baking soda in it. It's kind of hard to tell, I mixed it up a little bit. And over here, I've already pre-mixed our coffee for the next step, so I wanted to get this out and wash it off to dilute the acid. Oh, wow. Dang, that looks cool. You can see it all the way wrapping around too. I love the way that looks, that's awesome. Alright. Now I'm going to put it in the coffee for 24 hours. Well, the next day, let's check and see what we've got. Well, I mean, it looks about like it did, though. Beforehand, so I'm gonna dry it off, and we're going to try to wax it. Should help protect the steel and also give it the appearance of looking like it does when it's wet, which all pattern welded steels look better wet than they do dry. This one doesn't look too bad, honestly, though, already dry, but it'll look better with that wax. Alright. That turned out really nice. I'd say I'm overall pretty happy with it. The delamination that was right here got completely hidden by the edge. And this one almost polished out before, and it's just slightly noticeable now, so that's also pretty cool. It could stand to be honed, but it's already sharp. But yeah, heck yeah, very happy about that. I think I will definitely be making a little sleeve for this and EDCing it. It's pretty much the exact right size for like a pocket knife. It fits in the hand nice. Not got a huge edge either. Well, that was a nice project. Turned out much better than the last one. If you liked the video, like and subscribe and all that stuff. It helps out the channel. And if you would like to be a part of the next challenge build, I have a link in the description of my Patreon. Every other month, I let my Power Hammer tier patrons vote in a poll. And it might be blacksmithing, it might be, you know, woodworking, it just kind of depends. I try to keep it interesting, but there will be a poll, and it's either stuff I design or find online, and I let the tier vote on what I'll end up making for the challenge build. If that sounds interesting to you, you can check it out. If not, no pressure. And thank you very much for watching.